Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Grist Brewing Company out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This beer is called Mexican Mocha. You can see there it says Mocha Stout, 8.5 ABV. I'm sure if you're familiar with these Mexican stouts, you can probably guess what's in this, but it says brewed with Mexican coffee, cocoa nibs, Madagascar vanilla beans, lactose, cinnamon, and cascabel peppers. I will say I'm not familiar with cascabel peppers. I don't know. I've never heard of them. I don't know how spicy they are. I was going to say, I guess we'll find out in this, but, maybe they're generally pretty spicy, but they use such a small amount you don't get it, or maybe there's so many in it that it comes off spicy, so who knows, we'll see. I don't know if you noticed too, it kind of came up out of the can a little bit, which I was surprised by, which can happen with these sometimes, because I think peppers are technically fermentable. I mean, I know they don't have a lot of sugar in them, but I think they technically are fermentable slightly. See, of course, a pretty dark brown color with a tan head. It's pretty big. It seems like just the way that came up out of there and just the way that it's reacting at the top, it looks like it's pretty carbonated. So I do get some vanilla. There is a little bit of pepper. I do get some coffee and even like a slight metallic note that sometimes I get from these Mexican stouts. The cinnamon is there, but it's definitely not super overwhelming, which is good because a lot of times these Mexican stouts, the cinnamon just dominates everything. But that's not really going on here, which I think is good. So it is very, very carbonated. I would say probably inappropriately so for the style. Which is kind of a shame because I mean I still like the beer, but I just don't think that the carbonation level shouldn't be that high. But so you do get some coffee in this, but it's not like a super driving flavor. I feel like if you told me there wasn't coffee in this and that was just from the roasted malts, I would probably believe it. There is a good bit of dark chocolate in the taste, which I wasn't really getting in the aroma, which is nice. I do get the vanilla and the cinnamon up front. And then it finishes like a nutty, chocolatey character. I don't really taste any peppers at all. I do get like a very, very slight hint of burn in the back of my throat that I'm not even sure that it's from the peppers. It could be because of how carbonated it is. And if I didn't know that there was peppers in this, I would probably guess it is from the carbonation, but it could be from the heat, from the peppers too. I'm really not sure. I will say that the one thing that the high level of carbonation does do to the beer is I would not guess that this is 8.5%. I would guess this was like 6 because it feels pretty light. It's not watery. It has a good amount of flavor, but the body feels pretty light, and I think some of that is because of the carbonation level. Yeah, just that carbonic acid character is kind of covering up the flavors in the foretaste, and then you really just get like the chocolate and the roast in the back end. There is some cinnamon in there, but I would say, yeah, it's kind of it. That carbonation level was just really unfortunate with this one. Uh, I'm gonna say probably on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just gonna give this a drink. Um, it's fine. It's not a bad beer. I'll gladly finish it. If I was at a bar that didn't have a great selection and they had this on, I would definitely buy this then. But if I was, excuse me, if I had the budget to buy whatever beer or whatever stout I wanted at this price range, uh, which I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming this is $18 to $20 a 4 pack. There is other things that I would definitely reach for first. That being said, it's still a pretty good beer, and if the carbonation level was less, and it was more appropriate for the style, and it was a little more like silky or creamy, which you don't get that at all from the lactose, which I think is because of the carbonation. If it was more of that, I might give this a buy because I think it does have some good flavors in it, but it just the carbonation just makes it really weird and just kind of is off-putting a little bit. So I'm just gonna give this a drink, but this could just be a one-off can that turned out that way. So I don't want to deter anyone else from buying this because I think if you buy it, even if you do get the same carbonation level as I do, you're not gonna hate it. It's still a well-made beer. It's just the carbonation makes it kind of weird, but I'd say it's worth the risk at least. It's good enough where it's worth the risk because it's not that expensive. But I personally would not buy this again. So I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.